pulled into here and shut the door and broke the rudder, I think, maybe. I'm not really sure, one sec. Somebody's trying to use a workbench. How do we open this door again? Puppies is trying to use a workbench. How are we doing? Had a nice break? Oh, where is the... There's the door thing. Oh, there's Puppy and Sammy anyway. We'll drag those guys down in a second. How are we doing anyway? Ivan Friends, thank you for 20 months. I can't stop rewatching the Great Factorial War against biters. Lol. We've got to finish that off soon. It's a manual... Oh, it's a manual door, that's why. I couldn't do it. Right, fair enough. Literally shove it out the way. You got 15 iRating in a race. First race I've enjoyed in my 2 weeks of iRacing, Giddy. Honestly, if there's one thing I've learned, Giddy, is... just keep racing. Like, you really can't... You really don't know how it's going to go. Just keep racing. Some races you're going to really enjoy, others you're just going to hate. Canada Boots, thank you for 8 months. Mad Bells, thank you for 39. Wow, 2 people both mentioning Mines and McCall. That's amazing. You managed to find pint-sized cans of Iron Brew. Really? I thought everyone had them in Scotland, Matty. Your t-shirt came this morning, Andy. Which one did you go for? The normal or the stealth? Let me trying to remember how we auth these guys. There we go. Did you see the bus vid? The what now? Oh, from TML? Was that the new bus on one of the islands? Because I think they sent me a key to that. How much fuel did we leave in this thing? What is Poppy's doing? It's still got 900. I can probably get it back with that. Doesn't have a reverse gear though. Oh, he was trying to push it out. That's what he was trying to do. I think the handbrake's on. I remember. Did somebody turn the handbrake off? Oh, another project. What projects are they working on? It's weird. That should definitely... There we go. Starting to move now. Yay! We need a pushback. In fact, Puppy's has built a pushback truck, but I don't think it works. Anyway, let's drag Pups and Sommy down. Hello.
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 What happened to your pushback truck?
Still being made.
Still being made, wow. It's like a Crossrail project.
Yep.
Just keeps going, man. Cost is going up every day, yeah?
Yep.
So, are we bunging some heaters in this and going up to the Arctic?
Are you driving it forward?
No, it keeps rolling forward.
Wait, is it on a hill? Is the
I don't
brake
know.
off?
I just put the brake back on. Do you want it off?
Yeah, because I want to push it.
Push it then.
I'm trying. Is it moving?
Yes.
It's very hard to see if anything's moving. You get no clue as to anything moving.
Where are we taking it? To the runway?
I don't know. Like, I really don't know. I'll put the
Just
brake
keep
on there a
pushing.
sec. Try and work out what we're doing.
There you go. It's on.
CrossFits, how you doing, sir?
So can I just ask, isn't the fuel left in this like the minimal amount, and there's probably not enough to return to Harrison?
900 probably wouldn't get us over the water, I don't think. The problem is we've not really tested the range of this thing yet.
I thought on very economy it would do like 90 per K.
If we flew to the Arctic and assuming we made it, what could we actually do?
Not a lot because everything's broken.
Like the Tajin airstrip up there costs 200 grand, which we don't have. Like we can't, I don't think, is there anywhere to get any fuel up there?
No, I'm assuming there is actually jet fuel in the Tajan.
Well, to refuel, yeah, but what else? Like, what's the purpose of the trip, basically, is what I'm saying.
Well, we did have some missions and stuff. There is a capture seawater sample that me and Pups could probably go and do.
There's a lot of missions in the Arctic. Oh, you want to do a range test? Just a straightforward range test. It's a long, long flight.
Let's do it.
See, I don't know how long it'd take. I mean, there's no cargo space, or I've not allocated anything inside, so I'd have to cover it up and put some heaters in, but what are we actually moving, kind of thing? Nah, I mean.
I do.
I do know what you mean, yes.
Fill it with fuel. What kind of fuel? What kind of fuel can we fill it with?
Welcome back, Nutter.
A tanker plane. I'll probably burn more fuel going there and back than we would actually move. I'm not joking. Choco, thank you very much for
Is that
subbing.
me or is it sliding forward?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you, Choco.
Are we going to jump to the outpost TT and do this seawater sample, Pups?
Sure.
I'll recover this back to the workbench. Right, so do you want me to make it some tanks? Oh my god, game, really? Really, game?
Under the sea.
Well, at least I can see where the hose is now.
Oh, look at that.
It's just draped on the floor of the sea.
It's right, you've got a search bar. Oh, and some emergency beacons.
Okay, I'm alright here. That's just amazing the way this game works. Okay, how do I get above ground level in this place?
Oh, yeah, Pups, you'll need the one with a working winch with an electrical
Benjamin, thank you,
connection
34.
there.
You've just
I
done
think
army
this
basic
is the
training, now
one.
learning to be a tank mechanic. Ooh. You can help Tommy with his tanks. Hope you and the family well. Thank you, mate. Enjoy. 17 red pyramid, thank you. Swim out to the sea. The problem is I don't know where the sea is here.
Wow,
the
first time, Pups.
the sea's a very long way
Oh,
away.
yeah.
Let's try here and swim out. This is a bit nearer. This is the side of the wall. There we go.
Do you like swimming pool?
Apparently. I think I'm still underground here, bizarrely. Even though this is the boatyard. It's like there's two levels to the sea. There's like a ground zero and then there's a wavy bit of the sea. Swim out this way a bit. Where are we? Only I knew which way was north. I bet it won't let me swim through here. Let's go this way.
Yeah, currently heading northeast.
Who I am?
Yes. 45 degrees left. There you go. Now you're heading north.
I don't know if it's going to let me go through this wall. Nope, won't let me go
Nope.
through that.
The end of it is, yeah, that way. And then you can turn left at the end of the wall and you're heading north again.
There should be a command you can run, just fix position or something.
Don't complain, they gave you a search bar. What more do you need?
We're full, puppy.
Woo!
Oh my god, game. The thing is, I can go to other islands and I'm fine, but on this island, I spawn under the water. Let's rescue the squirrel, yeah. There we go. Woohoo! Yeah, boy! Right, let's try now. Hey G, how you doing? There we go.
Oh, hang on. I had to activate the mission.
Yeah, 1k north.
Okay. Let's seal this plane up and put something useful inside.
Gotta remember how to fly this now.
So I need to put some heaters in here, otherwise we're going to freeze in the Arctic. So we're definitely going to need one of these. Just wonder where the best place is. I reckon maybe we can put it like there. I should cover the whole place. Did I use the switch that says doesn't do anything? Not used. Heater. Default state. We'll make it a nice warm color. And we'll set the on off to that. There we go. I'll probably see more sensors in here, I think. What have we got? We don't even have a compass rose, do we? Does that actually show compass position? I can't remember. No, it's just the artificial horizon. Some Parkers. Lol. Compass. Compass sensor. A digital compass that outputs a number value representing the turn that must be made for it to face north. The sensor has a display to visualize the direction of north. Where am I going to put a compass ball? Could put it there, maybe.
Welcome back, Nutter.
I think you can probably see it. On the seat, I guess.
That almost connected on its own.
Yeah.
There is no directional gyro. A turn slip indicator. I think you guys think too highly of the of the aerodynamics in this game.
There we go.
Unaccountable Gamer, thank you for gifting us up to Gamer Simulator. Thank you.
3K
Welcome,
says.
Gamer Simulator. What else do we need? We need more sensors. Let's see. Sensor. Altimeter. We have already angular speed sensor. Clock. I don't see why we wouldn't have a clock. Wait, that's not a clock.
Why does it have to be dark?
Don't know.
Don't you need to power to the heater switch? Maybe.
Do you require afterburners on your plane, Paul?
It's hard
Afterburner.
enough to fly without.
Why would I want an afterburner?
Oh, I'm just looking at the research tree.
That's what I do need. I need to do that.
What are the options?
I mean,
Afterburner.
I don't think we need
Arctic
afterburners.
land-
When we go too quickly, the
Arctic
plane's
land
uncontrollable.
vehicles. Arctic land vehicle, tank tracks large weather sensors.
That's what we want. That way it'll actually have power coming to it. Okay, that's that. And then we want lighting to work. Backlight on this thing. Instrument lights, there we go. Backlights.
Yeah, you're not quite in the circle yet, pups.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got a clock on there, we've got a compass on there. I'm kind of wondering if the compass needs to be rotated though. I don't know if it's going to work that way, to be honest.
Don't.
Happy anniversary.
The heater is on the same connection as your input. Not anymore, fixed it. Pretty certain I did. Just fix it. Heater is going to... Let's have a look.
It has got lights on the side of it, hasn't it?
Yes, you are right. Good spot.
No idea.
Right, so that's that. Sensor.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
see what else
one
we've
green. That's two reds. That's one yellow.
got. Ooh. What about an emergency
That's
beacon
green.
sensor, the new thing?
Yeah, we'll put it on for you.
Well, I can already buy it. An emergency beacon search and rescue transponder locator detects transponder signals over great distances, outputs the strongest signal strength. Basic inputs active, transponder pulse on off. I'm guessing this can go anywhere on the plane. I would hope. So we can just stick that here maybe.
I think you actually need it in the cabin, Paul, because it makes an audio sound that you'll need to hear.
Really?
Yeah. It just chirps, basically.
Alright, we'll put it in the cabin then. Let's see, give it some power. We're going to need a button for it. I wonder where we'd want that to go actually. You put it here. The thing is, you have to get out the seat to put the beacon on, which is probably a bit rubbish. You have to hook it up to a buzzer. Yeah, you need the buzzer. I don't think the equipment needs to go in the cabin, but the buzzer does.
I watched a YouTube, but they didn't hook it up to a buzzer, but I may not have been paying attention. Is there an audio output on it in the logic?
Transponder pulse emits a periodic Boolean pulse. I'll make it pulse. Active. That's not audio logic audio from the second bottom. 1 second. Let's just sort one thing at a time here. What's this? Is this the locator beacon, which is currently going to the heating element?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Okay, I think I've already got a constant on signal somewhere.
Straight to pick the guys up for the wind turbine pups or not?
Yeah.
Back to the back to the damn
I think that's
power
it.
plant.
That's the always on
I
signal.
wonder, the mission pulsed up as we were doing this one, didn't it? I wonder if we could have picked them up while we were doing
Constant
the
on,
seawall
right. So
sample.
we put the constant on
Probably.
signal onto the heating element and then use a circuit breaker to power it. That's what we'll do. Now then, this thing, let's see. So the output transponder pulse is going to the buzzer. I don't see what's wrong with that. And whether it's active or not is based on that thing. I believe that to be correct. Just cope with it. Thank you for 38 months. I believe that's correct. That is now, you basically throw the switch to get the heating and you press that button there to get the beacon. I believe. I don't need quite so many seats. Right, so you want me to kit this out for fuel then?
Up to you.
I'll just fill it in for now. We'll worry about aesthetics later. There are no glass blocks in the game. You've got windows for them. Got little windows going on here. See? Be fine. What do I want here? Want a... Is that too big?
Is that a crate behind the porter cabin pups?
Looks like it. I think it is, you know?
It's got the Stormworks logo on it, hasn't it?
Yeah. I'll grab them, you grab the crate.
I'll just put that on there.
Nice.
That will do for now.
I'm assuming there's not going to be another one inside, but we'll just look.
It's got dimples, yeah. Where's the center of mass? One thing I don't like is these blocks at the front here.
Yeah, in.
Let's go.
I'd rather do something like that. Hopefully that should still just about be okay. Once I put these tanks in though, I've got a feeling the center of mass is going to go back again. It's going to want to tip. Very annoying. Is it not possible to put these on the outside? There we go. That's better. Okay. Could you build a tank into the nose? Not really. There's nothing. This space here is like the undercarriage comes up that way, so we need that space. This is where all the command and control components are going to go, which I haven't filled in. I've just left it for now, but I don't want to use any of that space. But
Pops, is the heater control switch on
the main load is going to go here, which is when you fill this up with fuel,
Do you need the heater
that center
on?
of mass is
No,
going to
I was
come
just
backwards.
because there wasn't
No,
a button.
There's a button down the side.
It's like the only way to fix this is to move the wings backwards.
Engine temp and fuel indicator
Which
is.
just looks ridiculous. Like if you put the
okay,
wings
that's fine.
backwards, more further back, which is where they need to
There
be,
you go. I'll put it on.
you
just
get
for
more
you.
stability.
I was just making sure that we could actually turn it on
Yeah.
if we needed to.
Yeah, I retrofitted the heater.
Like I really
into
need the
this.
wheels to go further back, but I just can't see how we're going to do it. Put a seats on the tail or in the wing, nothing like fresh air in the summer. Okay. No, the wings are wide enough. There's way enough lift on these.
Paul, can I make a suggestion?
Well,
Can we put a seat on the wing so we can wing walk?
you want to sit on the wing?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know how to answer that one.
You see, I don't know how the game's going to work if we... See, this is a single piece wing section. I assume they generate lift. I don't know what the game's going to do if you just attach blocks to the front of it. Like, if that leading edge doesn't hit moving air, will it generate lift? I don't know. If I put blocks on the front of it, it's going to look mighty odd. In fact, it won't even let me build blocks on the front of it, so that idea goes out the window. So yeah, you can't do anything about it. Well, how do you attach something to it, D. Thomas? Do we have to maybe attach it from here? It's like a weird half block. So I just don't know how you're going to make it work. Yeah, but you see the problem? Like, the problem is, how are we going to make that work? I can't build this, and this is one piece. So anything that you put in front of that is not going to marry up to it properly.
Windmill just about in sight.
Okay.
Kettle is a bit of an annoyance.
Say that again, sorry.
Somebody forgot to turn the kettle off by the looks of it. Either that or we're really high.
You can't even build anything on here either.
We're really high.
Like, you can't touch
But now
anything
you
on that
mention the
slope
kettle, I
surface.
want a cup of tea.
What are you on here? In order to move these wheels back, I'd have to just basically build an extension block coming backwards. See, I like it at the moment. The design with the engine next to the wheel looks nice. Anything else is just going to look messy. Well, I could put the wings further. I could put the wings on the other side, but this is going to give us lateral stability on landing. That isn't really the issue. The issue is the weight being behind. Like, if we put fuel tanks in here, the weight sitting behind these wheels is going to tilt the plane like that when it lands. There's just no way. There's no way it'll stay where it is. You kind of need the wheels to be back here somewhere, like relative to this, about this area here. And the only way to really achieve it is to pull the wings back. But honestly, the plane starts to look stupid when the wings are at the back. I can't... How do I make the wings swept?
Could you put like a dragster wheel on the rear of the plane?
We could stagger these sections backwards, I guess.
That's an option. I didn't know if you could just have like a retractable, like non-powered wheel at the rear that would just keep the back of the plane up when it was fully loaded.
I don't know how they'll marry into this bit, but give it a go. So if you imagine this is the front of the wing, and then you drop back a couple of blocks, then drop back a couple of blocks, and just keep doing that until the wing's further back. But even then, and then we can move the wheels out and mount further back here, maybe put the engines with it. Yeah, kind of like a V, like a smooth... I mean, we're never going to get a curve, are we? But we can go along and then out, and then along and slope, kind of like a jagged V.
Hey, Pup, am I right in thinking that the only place you'd be able to drive an amphib on and off would be where we've just come from, the Outpost TT?
So
To
for delete...
launch, yes, but you'd probably be able to drive, if you find a hill or something, you'll probably just drive up it knowing this.
I don't know how we're going to marry it up, though.
Hmm.
Let's try it one piece.
Also, how are we going to drop these people?
There is a landing pad.
I don't know if I trust this game.
Yeah, it should work.
Last time we landed on one, we glitched into it.
As long as you come in low and don't go past the rotors, we'll be fine.
You see how it's just going to look really bad?
I think it is a bit of a design flaw that they put the helipad on the same side that the turbine sits.
Like, I just... There's just literally no way of making that work. Because you can't remove these pieces, and you can't build on top of them. So you're kind of left with this odd situation where you just can't blend that together. What about moving the wheels onto the central fuselage? That would make it really unstable.
Well, you're low enough not to get caught by the top rotors, so you're fine there. So no, just don't go up anymore and aim for the pad.
What size wings do we have?
Or that.
That's
Right,
a large
fat
wing
man.
section.
This helicopter is bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, if I used a large wing
Hey,
section
at least this
instead of the
helipad
ones we
ain't glitched
have,
us unlike the other one.
that would give us greater depth, which is probably the better way to go. That's a chunky wing.
So obviously, don't go straight up.
So straight up, yeah?
Yeah, straight up. Yeah.
Straight up.
I mean, I don't know whether that's clippable or not. It would be interesting to do it as an experiment, but not with half a tank of fuel.
Extra
where do you
large.
wanna go?
Extra large.
We're out of missions for now, aren't we? So,
Yeah.
well, you either go back to Draymore, which is just north of here, or we fly back to the
Okay,
outpost
I like
until-
that wind section a lot.
I don't mind. I'm eating.
I think we should change to those.
Well,
If
I was
I'm
gonna
sleep.
try
Hang
and
on, let me have a
start
look at the
building
power.
something land based, and if it
Okay, as long as I
floated, then
don't
that would be
delete
a
the last
bonus.
one, I can easily
Well, if
recreate
you
this.
want to teleport back to Coast Guard, then I'll fly this to Draymore and despawn it.
Get rid of them. Get rid of that rudder.
I'm envisioning some sort of duck arrangement.
How convenient. I left that as a block section.
But what's more important, that it floats or that it drives on land?
Both.
You don't use with me, you can't use a single block. You have to use these wing segments, I think, Ryan, to get the lift that you want.
That's curious.
What's up?
Oh, never mind.
So that way you can put the wheels further back and further out. Might move it down a section, but we can do that later. None of them use what, Whiteland? Use these wings.
When I click on a workbench, it doesn't.
That is a
actually
massive,
take me
massive wing.
You what?
in.
Wait, there's the large one. What are they all using then, Whiteland? That's not even the biggest one. Yes. What does yes mean, Whiteland?
You're gonna need a bigger hangar.
Well, I'm going to not make it wider. I'm just making the wing longer, really. What, they use normal blocks? Well, how the heck did they get lift?
Hello.
Yeah, that's strange, isn't it?
That scared me. I was like, what? Hang on a minute, what? Have they made improvements to the hoses in the latest patch?
Wait, what did you say? Improvements?
Yeah, we can pick up the hoses without a problem. Like first time picking it up and connecting it and it's working.
I
Well,
don't
that's
believe you.
curious.
This one needs to
Can you
be
get in the workbench?
positive.
Yeah, and Paul hasn't had to give me auth again.
Yeah.
What do you mean again? I already gave you all.
Yeah, but I couldn't get in the workbench, so I left the game and came back, and yeah, never mind. It's fine.
As long as you make it look like a wing, it will give you lift. That's scary. So maybe then, maybe what's going on here is the wing is not generating lift. Maybe it's the ailerons that are generating lift, bizarrely. Maybe that's what the game's doing. As long as you've got ailerons, it goes, oh yeah, that's a wing. I can fly. You have a gap between the wing and the fuselage. That's interesting. Interesting and annoying. I think it needs to be one further back, doesn't it? There you go. Fixed it. Wings and control surfaces both produce lift. Alright, so you can have just control surfaces and not the wings, and you'll get lift, but not as much lift, presumably. Stabilized roll, there you go. Are you going to need me to sleep to get a mission or something?
Well, I'm just having a build session in the workbench, but I don't know what Pups wants to do.
That wing is mahusive. What's wrong with a mahusive wing exactly?
Pups is possibly working on his pushback trap.
No, there's a vehicle on the map, but every time I try and grab it, it just throws me under the map.
Whose vehicle is it?
I don't know, because I don't know if it's there for anyone else. Damn, is it possible you could look at the map at Draymore?
Is it in the hangar?
No, just outside the hangar on the hill. Right where it says Draymore.
To move those over a bit, don't I? Probably Vrome's Whiteland.
Yes, there is a vehicle in the hills.
On the wings, the bit that produces lift is
can't
a
get
sloped
back to
bit
the
you can't
workshop.
build on. As long as that is exposed to the air, it should produce lift.
Yeah, it sends me
I mean,
under
that
the
bit.
water at the Coast Guard.
The thing is, you can't build on the front bit either, look. You can't build here. Which is very curious. There's like 3 blocks deep you can't build.
Oh, this spawn is so annoying.
You know?
Why?
The Coast Guard outpost TT, it spawns you in the tower, doesn't it?
Right. I hate that spawn.
Yeah, perhaps get Jack to send that on his bug list and get him to put the spawn in the back of the
Bug list.
hangar or something. Well, he wanted a improvement list, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Paging Captain Jack.
I'm sorry, Jack's not home right now. Please leave a message after the tone.
Just DM him if you have server issues.
Okay. We'll get rid of those 2. Get rid of those 2. You wonder if the funky handling is because the tail wings aren't winged. What do you mean by that? You mean because these are not actual lifting wings? I very much doubt that's the reason. Okay, they're all positive. They're all negative. Aren't the wings upside down? No. Call that in. Purely cosmetic. I'm going to have to call that in, aren't I? My God. Where's the winglet? As this. We can actually build on the side here, but trying to make a winglet there, yeah. That's a job for another day. Because you can't actually build on that wedge, so I can only build on this bit and on that bit. I think out of all the wedge pieces we have, 1x4 is the biggest. And it doesn't line up with that because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like a 1 in 10 slope or something. So you'll never get that angle. What, you want to put fuel tanks in the tip? You're joking me. So I don't actually have a piece that will fit neatly on that. A wedge shaped that way or that way, it's just going to look weird, isn't it? Like, there's no piece that's 1 block wide that's actually a wedge, I don't think. Hang the tanks under the wings, fighter style. It would actually work if you put big drop tanks here. It would just look really rubbish. Okay, so we should be able to move everything out and back now. I don't need bigger engines, I need more engines. They do look a bit small, but they are efficient. It's an efficient jet engine, Wyland. A quad engine plane. Imagine the fuel on that, though. I think I'd rather just not change too many things at once. I think the thing to do now is to just move the wheels and the engine out and back. And then, you know, see how it flies. If we have performance issues, then we'll change the engine. But I don't want to change too much stuff at once. Right, if we grab that bit. So it's going to need a block to sit on back here.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Put it somewhere back there, maybe.
Am I missing something with the tank track concept of life?
Don't know.
What does that even mean?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how you actually put a set of tracks on.
Somebody in chat will probably know.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
It's going to be a lot easier to land with the wheel out there. As long as all the track wheels are the same
It'll
plane,
go
it
on
will
spawn.
auto apply the tracks on spawn. Oh, does it actually spawn the tracks when you spawn the vehicle in? Interesting. Okay, so if we put a orange block line there. Actually, no, if we put an orange block there, I know that the pipe has to be there on this side. No. Scumbag.
Wow, well done.
Daldril, Squirrel, I hope you and your family are well. I'm fine, thank you. Hope you're staying healthy. I love that soundbite. Like you can just hear the sarcasm in that guy's voice. Wow, well done. Okay, now they should be lined up. If I got my maths right. The only problem is this light here is in a totally rubbish place. They're going to have to move slightly. That's no biggie. I'm guessing they're a wedge along there. Might just move the lights and have them just build them into the. Actually, we could put the light above the engine bay, just flush it in. That might work. I was going to say you can put them on the landing gear. I don't know how well that would work though. Actually put a light on the landing gear. Could look kind of cool. Thank you, Bowsy. Like that kind of thing. Actually looks pretty good. Powering that. On the light switch.
Let me know if you want to spawn something, by the way, Paul.
Okay. Now we can get rid of that. We'll just put some blocks there just to make the engine housing look like the engine was actually attached to the wing properly. I don't want to add too much weight.
I'd take it all back. They haven't fixed the fuel hoses.
Wishful thinking, perhaps.
I just want to see if my tug will work and move.
Now we can have this thing moved backwards a bit. Thanks, Muffins. Are the engines strong enough? Well, I think they will be, but we don't know until we test this thing again. All of that will come out in testing. Very first flight, maiden flight, test flight, straight to the Arctic. Well, give it a proper test. That's what I need to do. I need to put a temperature sensor on board. Right, so get rid of that. Okay. Flush that in. Hmm. Just depends how we want to do this. I think I like that. I think that should be a block. See if that's there's a problem here. The landing lights need to be shunted into the flushed into this, because otherwise when this retracts it's going to hit this. In fact, any decoration I put down the back here is gonna have a problem with this. I should perhaps have made this come along a bit further here, maybe. Okay, we're gonna have to make this flush. Well, the light, yeah. Well, I mean, you still need to leave space for the wheel to come up and sit inside. But if you look at the width of these things, there's quite a lot of depth to them. That'll work. But yeah, the width of these wheels is what? At least 3 blocks, at least. So when this hinges up, I presume the wheel will just sit flush on the wing, and then there'll be a block here, and then another block down from where the wheel will be. So it's going to have to be quite deep to hide that wheel. It also means I can't really do anything about this because that has nowhere to fold into if I do. Unless I move all of that forward a block so I can taper it. We'll worry about cosmetics another day. I can tidy all that up. It's fine, as long as it's functional. Okay, let's have a look what we got. Are you still on the hanger, pups?
You're good to spawn them on the workbench.
Right, so if I spawn this. I want to check the control systems. Okay, something didn't get hooked in. Yeah, that seems to work. Yeah, I think the lights got hooked in. I'm pretty certain. I'll double check, but they've got power. I'm sure I switched them in as well. What about fuel lines? I haven't even got any fuel tanks yet. The fuel for the main fuel line is here. That's where you refuel it. Because the tank is actually here. They're awfully quiet. That can only mean bad things. You what, mate? Why did that front wheel collapse?
Oh, yeah.
Landing lights. I didn't press landing gear, did I? Wait, I think that button's landing gear, and the landing lights are controlled by the seat. Oh, the landing gear is controlled by key 5. What is going on? Something's not right. Iggy! Paul, wanting to make a larger helicopter, I'm better off using a jet-powered heli or normal engines. If you can, I'd use a jet engine. But you can't refuel in as many places. Diesels are great because you can just fill them up with diesel loads of places. Jet A, you've not got as many choices. But jet heli starting up sound awesome. Someone made all of these, but look at the wings on the aircraft. Yeah, I'd like to download. What I need to do is download one of these planes and find out what they're doing to do that. I think they're probably just shaping the wing and then putting ailerons on the back. So they're not using proper wing sections, maybe. Landing lights.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Landing lights definitely goes to here, so why? Why was that thing folding backwards? You can put wings inside and they still generate lift. Are you serious? Dan Brown, thank you for 43 months. Ninja Granny, thank you for 8. 1 month to a Twitch baby. Just build a wing and fill it with small wing sections. That's so hacky, man. That's so hacky. I don't know why that nose wheel keeps collapsing. Well, there you go, look. What the heck? Have they changed something in this game? Why is that even happening? It never used to do this. That's so bizarre. My front hinge is just collapsing. Like, what on earth? I haven't even touched this thing. Does it have power on spawn? I'm just checking that. I'm sure it's on the main relay. Let's have a look. There's the hinge. Hinges go into here. It's relay control B, which is the same as these hinges here. They're on relay control B as well. Relay control B is linked via A to 4 batteries, and the relay should always be on. Yeah. There's a battery relay and a controls relay, and they're both on. Wait a minute. No, the controls relay is not always on. The controls relay is flicked from inside. It should go to the battery relay.
Welcome back, Nutter. Happy anniversary,
Yeah.
Nutter.
Remove the controls relay and go to the battery relay instead. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, it's totally viable in single player. Pigman, thank you for 3 months. You will struggle a little bit with some things, but... Wait, what? Come on! What's going on? Where's the hinge just completely collapsing? Like, why does that hinge not collapse? It is rolling backwards. I don't know why this game does this, but... Oh, it's just annoying. You try and put wheels on hinges and look what happens. Mine slides backwards, not sideways. I guess if the main gears were forward backwards, they would collapse too.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
I don't know why it started doing that, Paul. It never used to.
I mean, I was using a large wing section, which has a mass of 20. I'm now using an extra large, which is a mass of 30. That's not an insane difference.
No.
It's definitely powered from a battery now.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Put the wheel on a caster like on a shopping cart behind the strut. Yeah, but the hinge is there so that I can fold the wheel up. So that I can retract it. Info on the total mass? Captain Flint, you've got a search bar. Why do you want to know the total mass of your vehicle? McBone, thank you for 76 months. I'm sure you did it last week as well, McBone. Trucking Pitbull, thank you for 73. Well, thank you for your support, Trucking Pitbull. I hope you can catch more streams. No, I already had it the other way around. Group here. It was already facing forward and it collapsed then on landing. Hence why I spun it round and put blocks behind it to support it from falling that way on landing. This is really annoying. Like, we're just not going to be able to have retractable landing gear, basically. And there's no more powerful hinge, is there? I mean, it's on its highest gear. It's got maximum power. There's nothing else I can do to give that more juice. And if it's collapsing now, it's going to collapse when I load it with fuel. Maybe what? Set a nonsensical gear ratio. What's the point of higher gear ratios? Try to make the pivot hold an angle that keeps the ramp suspended parallel to the ground. A one-to-one pivot will hold the ramp firmly even as you get to the ramp. Wait, I'm sure we had this the other way around and it was worse. You're saying that's better? Well, it seems to, do you know what? I swear, when I built this hinge, I swear it was on 1-to-1 ratio when I built it, and we had to put it at 1-to-32 to make it work. I don't understand why that's suddenly gone the opposite way. Why is it drifting? Because Stormworks. The brakes are on by default. Honestly, I don't understand. Kind of feels like something's been changed. course, I don't know what speed we're going to need it on. I'm sure it was. If you put a hinge down by default, I'm sure it starts on 1-to-1. Let me see what happens when I collapse the landing gear, see how long it take. Okay, if I press the 5 key. Whoa, that's a bit... That's a little bit quick. Let's slow that down a bit. Maybe put it on 0.1. Imagine landing it, just looking at poof, poof. Okay. Oh, it can almost get itself back on its feet, but not quite. Not quite. You need me to rest or anything? Or you're good?
No, I'm still trying to figure out why this thing won't move.
I wonder if we can get away with not as many weight blocks now. You alright, Mr. Sammy?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, weights forward.
Just trying to, combine two vehicles in one. It's not an easy task.
Frankenstein. Put a distance
It will
sensor.
look like Frankenstein the first time you see it, I can assure you.
Whiteland, that's gravy, mate.
I'm even going to put
I
two
like it,
bolts
but
either
it's
side of it
gravy.
just to make it sure it is Frankenstein.
I'm just thinking, are we going to be alright with the doors wide open going to the Arctic? Hmm.
Probably going to need to put some Arctic clothes on there as well, Paul.
That's true.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Wait, where's that all come from? Maybe I've already had it. I don't really want to take up precious space inside, you know? How many people we got on board? 5. Because we know somebody's bound to lose one, we'll have a spare one. There you go. Somebody always loses one.